When I look at these choices, I see some very easy things for us to test. We have a semicolon in choice C, so in order to use that, we probably need to have a sentence on either side. That's usually the rule that we're going to think about for semicolons. A colon in choice B, that's more flexible. We need a sentence beforehand. Afterwards, we have some flexibility, but we need that sentence beforehand. So I have a clear thing to look for. Could I end the sentence with the word falling? If not, then those two choices are dead. So let's take a look. This whole thing is the sentence. According to Naomi Nakayama of the University of Edinburgh, the reason seeds from a dying dandelion appear to float in the air while falling. We stopped, right? Too short, right? What is the reason? The reason that they appear to float is, right? We can see the next word is. We need the verb. We need to finish the thought. So that gets rid of these two. And then would I need a pause there? It doesn't seem like it. I have a comma here, but that's just adding on this extra clause at the beginning. So we could ditch that if we wanted to. The reason seeds from a dying dandelion appear to float in the air while falling is that their porous plumes enhance drag, allowing the seeds to stay airborne long enough for the wind to disperse them throughout the surrounding area. So this comma here, adding on another extra clause at the end, right? That ing clause almost always going to be something extra. So that's it. There's no pause there, right? Or I should say there's no break there, right? Because I think I did pause, right? This first part leading up to the word falling is a very long description or a long noun, and I need to take a breath, right? Let me try it again. The reason seeds from a dying dandelion appear to float in the air while falling is that their porous plumes enhance drag, right? Like, I'm not doing it on purpose. I kind of need to take a little bit of a breath there. Like, it feels like that's a part of the sentence where there's a transition. But that's why it's not good to learn the comma rules just by saying a comma is a pause. Because sometimes a comma isn't a pause. And other times we pause when there's no comma because we just need to take a breath, or something with the rhythm of the sentence forces us to kind of put a little bit extra space between some words. So what we really need to think about is that a comma is a break. It is a place where we are taking a sentence, a complete sentence, and attaching something extra to it. But everything I read, everything that's not crossed out, is the sentence. There is no extra piece here. So the comma would just be breaking something off for no reason, and then we'd have two halves of a sentence, but we need them to be a whole. And so that's why no comma. So really, this question to me is what separates people who just do the grammar questions by instinct versus the people who actually know the rules. And if you want a top score, 700, 750 in the reading, you need to know the rules. You cannot be answering any grammar question based on instinct because the SAT is better than you and they will trick you. They will take advantage of your instincts on a question like this. So you gotta know the rules and obey the rules and apply the rules. That way you don't get tricked. And that way you get all the grammar questions right. And then, whatever happens in the passages happens. But at least the grammar's right, and that locks in a bunch of points that you desperately need to get those top scores.